By the way, shoutouts to this girl's hat. Check that hat out. It's a pretty cool hat. Anyways. Love it. Love that hat. Did you say Comet added cut? Yeah, that's what I was using before. It's pretty nice with Yuffie because she still does pretty good damage even if you just give her all magic materia. Her weapons are really strong. The only weapons stronger than Yuffie's are probably Cid's. Cid's are all really strong. You might think Cloud, but to be honest, Cloud's weapons aren't that strong till later. He gets a lot of magic weapons for whatever reason. And Cloud's weapons all pale in comparison to the Seraph Comb for the whole game until now. Yeah, then there's the Conformer, which just does stupid damage all the time. Cloud also has one of the worst ultimate weapons in the game, so... But he has Apocalypse, so... Late game he does have a very good damage weapon. Vincent also gets a lot of magic weapons because he's kind of supposed to be a magic caster, weirdly enough. I guess it makes sense because he's back row, but... Yeah, he gets some of the best magic stats in the game. But the big thing with Vincent is that he gets a ton of 255 accuracy weapons, so he's really good with Death Blow. Yo, Grevin! Thanks for being here. Yeah, I believe Red was the one that gave you a sub, so congrats. Red is a cool dude. And thank you so much for opening up a Patreon. That helps me out so much, man. I can't understate how much Patreon helps, no matter what the cost. Like, even if you just do the $1, it really does help a lot. Having that, for sure, income is very helpful, so I appreciate it a lot. Also, a lot of people never use Vincent's joke weapon because by the time you get it, it's not any good. But Vincent's joke weapon is like a little water gun, and it's the best thing ever. It looks like a little Nerf gun or a little water gun. It's pretty great. I've not played Dragon's Dogma, but I've heard a lot about it. What are you gonna do? Hey, do you know who I am? I'm Sid 2. That's the heck I am. I'm gonna handle it. Yeah, Silver Rifle just isn't good when you get it. The joke weapons are pretty terrible, but like the Nail Bat is okay because you get it, if you get it right away, it's better than most everything other than the Seraph Cone in terms of damage. So it can be good. But like the other ones you get too late, it's like there's not much of a point. Like even if you do a no materia run, the joke weapons aren't great. Alright, here we go. I gotta be fast on both. Left side? Left side? Hey. Hey, left side. You wanna do the thing? I have no idea why the controller didn't work for the levers. It works for everything else. Okay. I have no idea why the controller wouldn't work for the levers there. That was bizarre. That must be a weird glitch with the version. Weird glitch with the Steam version or something. I have no idea. That was strange. Oh my god, these things have so much health. Are you kidding me? How'd that one survive? I don't remember if Magic Breath works on this guy. Oh, yes it does. Just a little bit. Yeah, this guy has so much health. We made it. Hit the brakes, Chief. Apparently I can't do this on Steam, so we're just gonna stare at it instead. Sid's like, quiet, I'm thinking. That's so strange. I actually have zero idea why that happens. This part you're supposed to fail. You have to do up once and then down once, and then he just pushes the button. Yeah, I always got confused by that as a kid too. I don't understand like how that works. So yeah, it basically trolls you. Once you start that dialogue, you can't fail. I believe if you run out of time, he just presses the button. But you have to start that dialogue. If you're still in the dialogue with the soldier, you can still lose. I believe. Alright, the hard part's over. Now the easy part. Land. Yeah, but after this is probably one of the hardest parts of the whole run. Actually, definitely one of the hardest parts of the whole run. Especially because if I get unlucky on one screen, then it's over. Like, I have to hope that he doesn't do bad things on both screens. Granted, I could cheese the fight, but that'd be lame. What kind of bad things? Like, grab two people and then troll. Really, grabbing anyone would be very, very bad, because I can't, like... It's hard to aim at the right arm to free them when I have two screens to work with. And, like, normally the chances of him grabbing someone is kinda low, but since there's two games, it's doubled. Like, it's twice the chance that he grabs someone on one of the screens. Alright, what's the button for slow? Okay. Should have made a second. I screwed the cheese up. I screwed up the cheese. Why are you not attacking? Attack. Okay, this might be fine. Maybe. Oh my god, you're kidding. Oh, don't move. There we go. Yeah, letting the guy attack and then beating him gets you a Gigas Armlet, I think? No, Imperial Armlet. Yo, Craggle! Thank you for the 14 months. How's it going? Good to see you. I'm pretty sure as a kid I never knew that you were supposed to talk to the old guy to get the huge materia, and I always missed this one. Yeah, I did. I screwed up the cheese on the right side for a second, but then I fixed it. The cursors got desynced, and I screwed up one of the attacks so the guy didn't die fast enough. Grab the ladder. Grab the ladder. Grab the... Sid. Yeah, we never will know if the huge materia rocket would have actually worked. I think it's understood that it wouldn't have because, like, Sephiroth is too strong for Shinra's stupid rocket, but who knows? Maybe. Maybe our team blew it, and, like, the rocket actually would have worked just fine. Alright. Hey! Wrong warp fight. Trying to get both close. Time for the Super 5000 IQ strat. As soon as I figure out where the heck my elemental went. Yo, Clad! Welcome back, dude. Thanks for the resub. Oh, Elemental's only level 1 on this file. So it's going to be a bit scarier. Should be okay with big guard though, I would think. It doesn't matter what materia I attach it to as long as it's non-elemental. What matters is the level of element, or level of elemental, which I can't change unless I grind. So, for those of you that don't know a lot about this fight, this fight is always 3 turns. He always attacks and then uses Quake and then uses Ultima Beam. And Ultima Beam is non-elemental, so if you equip Elemental with something that doesn't have an element, like enemy skill, it actually defends against it. So you can use that to help survive this. But all you have to do is survive for 3 turns, doesn't matter what else you do. Oh god, that noise. What in the Lord? I didn't get it off in time. I'm probably dead. I have Protect, I should be okay. Whoo! Sorry, headphone users, that was pretty awful. Oh, that's right, it's hidden. I always get hidden and non-elemental confused. See you, Grevin. Thanks again for stopping by. Feels weird already being at livestream. Kind of crazy we made it this far. Doesn't feel like it's taken that long. I mean, the only time we really got, like, quote-unquote stuck was, Great Glacier. And I could have cheesed that fight, but I chose not to. But it could have done it first try if I had just made one character invincible. Roar! Yeah, we get double derp face now. Fantastic. Make sure to watch Cloud's face during this cutscene. There it is. Death you yikes in the chat. That's where that emote comes from. Drip, drip. Oh god, the double drip effect. If you didn't have to go to the bathroom before, you have to now. Today is January 15th. It's the birth date of Final Fantasy IX character Garnet. You mean Dagger? The worst character. Is that a frog? Wait. I never noticed that frog. I never noticed that frog. That frog sound effect there. You didn't hear the frog? There was a frog sound effect just then. You think Tifa is a worse name than Dagger? You're willing to say that in a public chat room, huh? Yeah, you have more balls than I do. How's it going, King Chris? I'm doing absolutely fantastic. Hope you're doing well, too. I don't actually know off the top of my head when the Zack cutscene begins. I don't know if it's after this cutscene or if it's Disc 3. You might be right, though. It might be after this cutscene. It's either after this cutscene or the start of Disc 3 is my guess. Nice, King. That's one of my favorite grind sessions, I guess. I don't know what to call it. It's a fun grind. You strongly dislike Tifa, or you strongly dislike the name Tifa? I think there's two ways to look at Tifa. Either A, you look at her as like annoying because she knew the whole time and didn't say anything, and she kind of blew it for Cloud, and a lot of the decisions she makes, looking back on it, she made terrible decisions that ruined a lot of things for a lot of people. Or you look at her as extremely human, like very flawed, you understand her and her flaws. So it's either one or the other. I always looked at her as the latter. I always looked at her as a really well-written human character that makes mistakes that I would probably make in that situation as well. So I always liked Tifa, but I understand if you're on the other side where you're like annoyed with her the whole game because you know of her mistakes. Tifa and Cloud should be together. Why are they not? What do you mean? They get together in both this and Advent. In fact, Cloud and Tifa getting together is one of the main themes of the entire game. Which is why the game starts with The Promise. And also, when they were developing the story for this game, one of the very first things they came up with was the love triangle between Cloud, Tifa, and Aerith, and the fact that Cloud would eventually end with Tifa. That was like one of the first things they designed when making the story. It felt very distant in the game. What do you mean? It's supposed to until now. Like, the whole idea is that they're supposed to be together but don't realize it. Well, sort of, but like, they're supposed to be together but Cloud isn't Cloud, so he likes Aerith instead because he's not Cloud. And then at this moment, he becomes Cloud again, and that's why they get together right before the North Crater. In fact, in the original script, they were gonna do the deed before they went down into the crater, but they took that out. Some people still say that they do, but it's implied but not shown, so we don't know. I always thought they did, like the way they talk at that, unless you get the bad one. Because there's two different endings you can get there. There's two different dialogues you can get depending on Tifa. It's not actually love points, it's a different number, but depending on how you treat Tifa throughout the whole game, you either get a bad ending or a good ending. The good one pretty much heavily implies. The bad one kind of implies the opposite, actually. Yeah, it's pretty rare to get that ending. Like, really rare. I had to try really hard to get that ending. You kind of have to be a jerk to Tifa the whole game. And not use her like at all. I didn't know about that second ending until I did the in-depth look at Tifa video. I had no idea it existed. Then I started doing research on the script, and I saw two separate scripts, and I was like, wait, what? And then I had to go do it for myself so I could see them both and record them both. And it was pretty hard to actually do it. You had to be really mean to Tifa. Do you guys think that Tifa is insecure? Because I don't think so. I always interpreted it as Tifa was walking on eggshells around Cloud because she didn't want to screw up his brain any more than it's already screwed up. But after this scene, she doesn't act that way. So I always interpreted it as she was just trying to not screw up Cloud, and then once Cloud is back to normal Cloud, she's her normal, confident self again around him. But Tifa's supposed to be a motherly figure, and so if she was like slightly shy and reserved, it would make sense. She is 100% supposed to be like the motherly figure of the game. That's why the first time you meet her, it's with Marlene standing right there behind her. There's so much amazing, like, you know, I can't wait until we do, like, Final Fantasy VII for Fantathon, because there's so many little things that, like, you just don't think about. And I'm sure I'll miss a lot, too, but there's so many little things that when you go through the game, you know, with a fine comb, you see all these things. Like, is it not genius that the very first time you meet Tifa, Marlene, like, hides behind her because they're trying to, like, establish her as a motherly figure? Like, every little tiny detail they thought about. Aerith does kind of troll a bit, I feel. Especially in the remake, but in even in this game, it feels like she knows more than she leads on, and kind of leads Cloud on just because she can. In the remake, it's better established that, like, she did it because she misses Zack, but, like, she didn't mean to, kind of thing. In this one, it kind of just feels like she leads Cloud on and then dies, and you're like, oh. You know? But, see, that's what's so great about the remake. You know, they get more time to really develop these ideas. Some of the ideas in this game had to be left a bit undeveloped because there just wasn't enough time, not enough dialogue. But in the remake, there's so much they can do to extend these ideas. And sure, a lot of it will end up being worse, and a lot of it will be misinterpreted, and some of it we won't like, but there's a lot of room for, like, improvements to some of the themes. Not saying the remake's going to be perfect, but there are certain things that will be cool to see. Also, double reveal. Ooh. I love that part. I still get so much from the story, you know. I still learn new things every day and make connections every day. That's why it's my favorite, because I never stop enjoying it. I never stop getting new insights. Yeah, in the flashback, Cloud has motion sickness because it's actually Cloud. And Cloud's retelling he didn't get motion sickness because he was retelling it from Zack's point of view. And he didn't actually remember the events correctly. What? Why is the right side going so slow? That was weird. Yeah, I miss detail-oriented storytelling like this. So many games and stories that I experience now feel so forced. There's so much in this game that they pretty much knew you were not going to get the first time through. And yet they still took the time to, like, implement it. Whereas nowadays, they try to make sure that you get every single little thing they put in so you feel like you got your money's worth. You know? They don't want you to miss any detail. They want to show off. Hey, we remembered. You know? They want to show off their storytelling skills. Be like, make sure you notice that we noticed all these things. And that's why I'm not really surprised when people play Final Fantasy VII and they say, I didn't get it. You know, say like, oh, I don't really think the story was that great. It was pretty basic. Like, I'm not surprised because the first time through, you miss so much. Where did Cloud get stabbed? I mean, in this video, he gets stabbed right in the chest, right in the stomach. It's like, but I don't know if this is really supposed to be that accurate. Or if it's just a representation, you know. I guess it would make more sense that he'd get stabbed in the shoulder given his shoulder spike thing. Who knows? How's it going, Doomspire? Pow, 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 pow. I'm gonna wait for this one to catch up. How's it going, Millennium? These sound effects are like really interesting when there's two going off. You stupid jerk. Wee. Oh, I am not looking forward to this. I am not looking forward to carry armor. I really want to just cheese the fight, but you know that ain't what we're about. It's going to be rough. It's going to be really rough not cheesing it, though. I don't know how I'm going to keep both parties healthy enough. Like, if battle speed was slower, it would be easier, but here comes my favorite part of the game. double stretch. Alright. We actually need to put together our old teams so we can take stuff back. So that's good. And then Kate Sith needs to be Yuffie.